Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to talk about HIV infection and ENT manifestation. I will talk in a very short manner, in a concise way, not too much details. As you know, HIV is the human immunodeficiency virus. It is a retrovirus and it is an RNA virus. HIV infection causes AIDS, acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. So, how HIV virus is transmitted into human body? It is bloodborne. Actually, it transmits through blood material, that is blood transfusion, through needle prick or through unsterile syringe, and it may be vertically transmitted, that is from mother to child. So what happens when HIV enters into body? It attacks the CD4 positive helper T cell. Thus, it impairs the cell-mediated immune system of the body. So the CD4 cell counts are decreased in HIV infection. Normal CD4 cell count is
600 to 1500
cells per millimeter cube. When it is less than 500, opportunistic infection starts, and when it is less than 200, death occurs within 2 to 3 days. ENT manifestation of HIV infection can be classified into 3 groups. One is the opportunistic infection, number 2 is the unusual malignancies, and number 3 is neurological manifestation. The opportunistic infection may be viral, bacterial, protozoal, fungal, or mycobacterial. Among the unusual malignancies, most common malignancy is Kaposi's sarcoma. It is caused by human herpes virus 8 and it is most commonly seen in the palate. It is purple in color and should be differentiated from hemangioma. The second common malignancy after Kaposi's sarcoma is non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. The neurological manifestation may be from encephalopathy. HIV-infected individual may present with parotid swelling that may be unilateral or bilateral, and many often it is seen that it is lymphoepithelial cyst that is arising from intraparotid lymph node. So during operating a patient who is HIV positive, we have to take universal precaution. If needle prick occurs, there is chance of 1 in 200 of seroconversion. If accidental prick occurs, then the affected area should be washed thoroughly and antiseptic cream should be applied. Then ELISA test should be done as early as possible, and it should be repeated after 1 week, 3 months and 6 months. Sometimes prophylactic antiviral therapy is started. The prophylactic antiviral should be started none later than 24 hours. And there is a therapy which is known as HAART therapy, HAART, that is highly active antiretroviral therapy. But in many cases, after a start of prophylactic antiviral therapy, seroconversion is noted. So prevention is better. So what are the tests we do to detect HIV infection? We do ELISA test. It is sensitive about 95% of cases. Then we can do the confirmatory test, that is Western blot test, very specific for HIV antibody. We can do P24 antigen test. It is positive before seroconversion. Also there is provision of PCR test to detect the RNA virus. And there is another lesion which is hairy leukoplakia. It is white vertically corrugated lesion seen on the anterior aspect of the lateral surface of the tongue, and it gives clue about HIV infection. When it is present, AIDS develops in 50% of patients within 16 months and 80% of patients within 30 months. It should be diagnosed by biopsy to differentiate it from carcinoma in situ, candidiasis or leukoplakia. So this is in short about HIV infection and ENT manifestation. I hope it was useful for you. Thank you for watching.